How's it going, YouTube? This is K93 Tech here, and today I have a review for you guys for the Konnet PowerEZ Plus. This small accessory made by Konnet, obviously, is a battery pack. It's a portable battery pack for your iDevice, whether it be an iPod, an iPhone, or an iPad. The PowerEZ Plus has a capacity of 1,000 milliamp hours, and on that 1,000 milliamps of power that it stores, that will get you a full iPod charge. And I want to say this as kind of a disclaimer. I say iPod, I truly mean iPod. And the iPod Touch, the 4th generation, has the greatest battery life of all of the iPod Touches, and that one is a total of 930 milliamp hours. So on one full charge of the PowerEZ Plus, you will be able to get one complete 100% charge on your iPod Touch. Now for the iPhone, since they actually have a radio transmitter for the cellular technologies and stuff and chips like that, this will not be able to fully charge your iPhone. The iPhone 4, which is obviously the current generation iPhone, has the greatest battery life, and that runs 1,420 milliamp hours. So you will get approximately about a 60-ish% charge with this if you try to use it with your iPhone. So that's just something to be warned of. But since I have an iPod Touch, it will charge 100% of that, especially if this is the 1st gen. You don't get very much, the battery isn't very high in capacity. One thing that I really like about this is that it comes with a golden plate USB micro. If I can get into the shot here, it's a gold plate USB micro, and that is how you charge it. You plug it into your computer or wall outlet, and then it charges. And when it charges, this top circle right here will glow blue, as it is right now, and that's when you know it's charging. The PowerEZ Plus also comes with this very nice carrying pouch. As you see here, it has Konnet on it, and it slips right into it, and it's very nice and very usable. Also, if you want to, not only can you charge the PowerEZ Plus, but when you plug in your iPod or iPhone or iPad, it will charge that simultaneously, as you see right here. Now, the thing that I do like about this is that it obviously has the ability to charge both your iPod or iPhone or iPad at the same time, but it also gives you an indicator of how much power is left via these indicator lights. And if I just take this off for a second, you'll see that the lights, there are 3 lights, just these 3, and obviously that depends, how many light up when you press the button depends on how much battery is left inside the pack. They do go away pretty quickly, so it does save battery life, as you can see right there. But the one thing I don't like about this is that something when you plug it into your iPod just as it is, it doesn't automatically start charging. And I didn't like that. It took me actually a little while to figure out that you have to press and hold this button here for the battery pack to actually start charging. So if I press and hold this, the lights will light up, and then you will see that, actually I just pressed it, my bad. Press and hold it, and the lights will go on, and then it'll start charging. And of course, if you want to turn it off from charging, but you still want to keep it connected, you simply press and hold the button again, and then it stops charging, as you can see right there. Also, one of the things that this battery pack features is a kickstand-like apparatus, and that allows you to watch movies sideways. And if you flip over the PowerEZ Plus on the back, you can see this little stand here. You just basically take your finger out and push it up until it clicks into place, and then from here, you can rest your iPod or your iPhone onto a table surface and watch movies. Now, obviously, this won't work for an iPad, considering that the dock connector is will be spaced up here in space. And that doesn't work. So this does work on the smaller iDevices, and that's just one of the cool features about this particular battery pack. Like I said before, I'm not very fond of the whole you have to hold down the button to start charging your iPod. I kind of expected it that when you plugged it right in, it would just charge up right away, but that's not the case. But if that doesn't bother you, then that's not really something that will bother you. But that is listed as a con on my list because I don't like that. I just like to have to plug it in and it just goes if I forget to power it on. Also, in my opinion, now this is just an aesthetic thing, the buttons, or not the buttons, well the button, yeah, and these lights, they're not a uniform size. If you can see that, it's smaller than the big, and the biggest button here. And I don't like how that particularly looks. And I also think that they could maybe add some more. Only 3 dots, that's like a third of your battery is being, told to you just basically off of those buttons. If there's maybe 5, that'd be better, but that's still kind of skimpy. The current generation MacBook Pros and the last generation have 8 buttons for their LED battery indicator, and I think that having some more LEDs to indicate how much battery would give you a more accurate idea of how much battery is actually left inside this battery pack. So that's one thing that I kind of wish they added. Also, I don't like the fact that when you plug it in, as you can see, it your iPod kind of moves around. I'm not sure if this is just my unit, but it does like give a little. See that? Now I know you're not supposed to be technically doing that, but that's something I just noticed. And that being said, because it's kind of flimsy like that, I would not take this PowerEZ Plus, connect it to your iDevice, and then stick this into your pocket. Because if you're walking or if you're sitting, this part could possibly, I don't know if this happens, but it could break off and then the dock connector could just get stuck in there. So that's kind of a disclaimer. I would not put this into your iDevice to charge it and then slip it into your pocket or your purse. It might bend the dock connector and that could damage your iDevice. That's always a bad thing, of course. And the last thing I like, well, I don't like, but the last thing I'd like to mention is that the stand on the back is very, very weak. And this, if you can tell, this is a pretty thin piece of plastic, and you can hear that that's kind of a sound that means that it's not very durable. Like, I bet that if I did this like 100 times, it could probably break pretty easily, and that's something that I don't like. I don't like cheap, flimsy products. No one does, but that's pretty much that. I don't use the stand much, to be honest, so it doesn't bother me. But that's something I noticed when I was trying out the stand, is that it does seem very flimsy, and so that's something that I would try to, as much as possible, try not to bend that too much, because that could lead to, you know, your product breaking, and you never want that, of course. The last thing I pretty much have to mention pretty much every review is how much this costs. Now, for the PowerEZ Plus, which is this thing right here, it will run you $30 US, which, if you think about it, is not bad at all. For getting well, at least in my case, a complete charge on your iPod, and maybe even a little more than a charge, that is well worth the $30, because, you know, if you're a person like me where your whole life is basically on your iPod, or if you're a business person, iPhone, then having that die on you is pretty devastating. So having $30 to ensure that you're always going to have some extra battery to carry around with you in case your iPhone or iPod or iPad, even if that battery dies, $30 is a pretty good price. Now, I'm not an expert on external battery packs like this one, but I'm not sure if that's, you know, a reasonable price for this, but, you know, for $30, I would not have to complain about that. If anything, the only thing I had to complain about are the things that I mentioned before, which include the weird-looking LEDs, which, again, might not bother you, and the flimsy, like, dock connector when you plug it in, how it kind of gives a little bit, and the flimsy stand on the back, which, you know, looks like it's going to break relatively soon. So, other than that, that is the review for the Konnet PowerEZ Plus. I want to thank Konnet for sending this out to me for review. They're very generous and very nice to do that. Overall, I'm very satisfied with this product. I am the type of person that like freaks out when their battery hits like 80%. I don't know why. I'm just that type of person. So just having this extra battery is of great use and of great help to me. So just to have that in my pocket or in my bag if I need it, that's a fantastic addition for me, and I strongly recommend this for any person who is a power user kind of on their iDevice and needs extra juice. So thanks for watching. This is K93 Tech here. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe for more tech videos in the future. I will see you guys in the next video.